Hello guys, this is TheOneAndOnlyAnselm, and today I am bringing you some more War Thunder. Now in this video, we're going to be reviewing, I'm going to be reviewing the Russian reserve planes. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know, these are probably by far the best reserve planes in the game. Probably Russia is the best tech tree in the game, but that's for a different video, I'm not getting into that. But you get three to start out with Russia. You have the IR-15WR, whatever that stands for, just the R, and then the M22. Now there's also a level 1 Russian plane right here, the Chaika, but it's pretty much the same as these, except a few different key things. But we're not worrying about that, we're just focusing on the reserves. So, they're pretty standard. As you can see, they go 374 kilometers an hour, have an insanely good turn time of 14 seconds, and they have 4 7.62 millimeter machine guns. Now, that's a little, okay, remember that, 4 7.62 millimeter machine guns. Now I'm just gonna bring up and show you this. The Americans, they only have 2 7.62 millimeter machine guns. Germans, 7.92. It's basically a 7.62, and they only have 2 of them. Same thing with Britain, and same thing with Japan, except it's a 7.7. Basically the same thing. But this is a huge advantage that the Russians have, along with the turn time of 14 seconds. I'll show you in comparison to all the others. 16 seconds for the Americans, 14 seconds for the Germans, that's understandable, 16 for Britain, and 16 for Japan. So that means that, okay, well, Germany stacks up with Russia in the turn time, so let's now see speed, 374. Only 300 for Germany, so Russia completely destroys them in that. They're the same as America, but America is more of a boom and zoom country. So they're equal with America in one, beat them in the next. Germany, same thing, equal with one, beat them in the next. Britain has slightly faster planes for the Furies, and of course Nimrod's basically the same thing, but their Furies are slightly faster, 20 kilometers an hour. Not going to make a huge difference, but you know, a little bit counts. Same thing with Japan, they're slightly better. But they also sacrifice a 2-second turn time, which, in my opinion, much bigger advantage for these little Russian reserve planes. And they just perform great. But enough of me talking about them, let's get into a game. Let's see what we can find. Hopefully they do pretty decent so you guys can see how they handle in real world situations. Okay, so here we are playing Domination on Stalingrad Winter. I'm going to go ahead and start in this one right here. As you can see, I have used it a bit trying to get prepared for this, you know, kind of learning the plane I'm going to be reviewing for you guys. But this is, if you're starting off new in War Thunder, this is the plane I would recommend you start with. I would recommend starting with the Russians because they are the best reserve planes in my opinion, and hopefully I can show you why. Now we're in a game. There are some much higher tier planes in here. There's a pretty sure that's a tier 4 right there. I think that's a tier 5, and I know that's a tier 7, I believe. But oh, let's see. Now A-20G is a bomber. Wow, they have tier 8 planes on their team. We're gonna have to be careful about this. Gonna tend to peel off, let our teammates soften them up. Okay, let's see. There's a pea shooter hiding in the back, trying to do exactly what I'm doing. Waiting back, waiting for the team to take the kills. But this should show you right here. Remember, these are much higher tiers than what I'm in. And hopefully I can show you guys that this thing can hang with much higher tiers. Now, I don't like the first person view at all in it. It's one of the worst in the game. But, I mean, that's not that big of a deal because you, of course, have your great third person mode. And now, that Catalina does have some 13mm machine guns. Like, if I can hit it, it should go down pretty easily. It's made out of plywood. Oh. Now, they take out my left wing, but this is a Russian plane, so it, of course, not going to take much damage. If I can hit the Catalina, god. I'm just holding it down, just spraying. Spraying like no tomorrow. It takes a slam from that Spitfire. Great pilot, by the way, in that Spitfire. And I critically damaged him. Time to go repair. He should be going down in a little bit. Looks like he's having trouble handling his plane. And there we go. He's about to crash. 3, 2, 1. There we go. We don't get much XP though because this is a reserve plane. They're not really going to be great for farming lions or XP because of that. It's such a small reward. I'm going to try to land before my wing tears off. It's something you do have to worry about even in Russian reserves is, oh, that's a BF-109. It's a tier 6. Now I'm going to have to stay in the air to deal with him because if I don't try to deal with him, he's just going to mow me down on the runway. This situation right here kind of brings up the matchmaking in War Thunder, and it's less than desirable, but you know, I mean, it's still a fun game. My elevator is gone, as you can see on the little ragdoll right there. My elevator's gone, my left wing is gone, and I still have pretty good control. I can do that. I can do rolls. I couldn't even think of wow, but I can do rolls. I can do pretty much anything that I would normally be able to do. And my plane's pretty much destroyed. Now that BF-109 kind of seems occupied with them. I'm gonna try to land again. I'm not the best at landing though. Hopefully I'll be able to do pretty good. Now I'm in a Russian server too. I just now noticed that. Wow. What's up with that? What's up with that? Get side chat. They're speaking in Russian. I have no idea how to speak Russian. No even little inkling of Russian. No American, so the only American in here. Let's go ahead and try to land. Wow, not good. No flaps on this plane. Doesn't really matter. Oh, got a lag spike right there. Come on. 680, you got this game. We had a pretty decent landing so far. If we can actually get our wheels on the ground, there we go. Now we're gonna try to pull up a little, because we don't want our nose slamming into the ground, because this is a rather front heavy aircraft. We're gonna have to hit the brakes a little. And there we go, we landed good. And here we have 42 seconds, wow. But I mean, this plane, as you can see, I went ahead, I got 1 kill, I did not get shot down. And I'm in a reserve plane. Now this kind of shows just how good these little Russian reserves are. They're able to hang with tier 8. I mean, that's a tier 1. That's a tier 1. That's a tier 7 plane right there. That's a tier 4 or 5. Another tier 7. Let's see right here. This is a tier 4. Skip it on up. Another tier 5, tier 5. That's a really good tier 4 German plane, well, Italian plane. Buffalo. Another tier 2. BF-109E3. Now that's a tier 6 German fighter. That's very good. It has 2 20s and 2 7s, and it lit me up, and I was able to keep flying. And that's something, you know, that's something most planes shouldn't be able to do. Most planes can't do that, but the Russian planes, I mean, well, these little planes right here, and Russian planes just in general, are able to do that so well. If I can get in a turning fight with this guy, he's finished. I'll try to go into this head on and then kind of pull out at the last second to engage that turning fight. Hopefully he falls for the bait. I don't know what he's doing right there, but I mean, you're not gonna shoot at me. Nah, he took my wing off instantly, but you know, didn't try. Tried to turn out. He was having no part of that. I think his engine was out or something. I probably should have realized that and came at him from above. Now, everyone's starting to lose most of their good planes. They're getting frustrated, that sort of thing. They could be all raging for all I know. I have no idea what's going on. But I mean, this is not a good game by any sense of the word. But it's still much higher tier than me, and I'm doing decent. I mean, I'm not doing good, like amazing. There we go. But yeah, like I said, I'm not doing amazing, but I'm not doing particularly bad. I'm trying to let my team try to get back up, but you saw right there, this thing, its sevens are not that bad once you get like armor piercing ammo, because it just tears through wings. If you can hit wings, it will tear right through them, and that's really nice to have, especially in a reserve plane. And now I can outturn this guy 10 times out of 10. He's in an Airacobra. There we go, got another kill right there. And circle back around, because here comes a Yak 1. And these things hold tons of ammo. Yeah, keep turning, keep turning. Oh, teammate, watch out there. Almost got this guy. There we go. Taking out another higher tier in this little plane. I'm having much better luck with this one. Getting a lot of favorable outcomes. Now this guy's trying to capture our base. It's not going to be the best idea considering I'm right on his tail. That guy's on his tail, but I'm soon going to be on his tail unless he dies right there. Yep. Have to pull off and help out with this BF-109. Or this Lag 3, either one. Could not quite hit him there. That's fine though. I mean, he's just gonna keep turning. They're gonna play to my strengths. I'm fine with that. You're not gonna see me complaining much about the enemy team playing to my strengths. Trying to think who to go after. This guy seems like he has no idea what's going on. Critical hit. That's probably gonna finish him, but you know what? I want to go ahead and get this kill. I don't want someone else to have it. If this guy had enough time just to fly around, he would die from that critical hit. But I don't want that to happen, because I want to kill. I'm greedy. Trying to hit his pilot. Oh, watch out, teammate. And he's going very slow. I think I messed up his engine. Not quite sure, but you know, we're gonna keep lighting him up. And this whole time, I've been flying with a busted up wing, and now I have a busted up fuselage and completely torn off wing. Those Avengers are very tough aircraft. Probably wasn't the smartest idea to stay engaged with them. But I mean, can't take that back now. I'll probably get a kill assist on him if he does make it all the way back to it, unless he makes it all the way back to his base. Now this one, I have a feeling it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb and everyone's gonna go after me, but we'll give it a chance. It's our third Russian reserve in a relatively high tier game. We're not doing the best on our team. I think we could have done a little better, but you know what? We're not doing that bad. So here we go. Once again, I had been doing this in, say, a American or British reserve, for instance. You know, I would never have been able to do this good. Maybe a couple lucky kills here and there, but not 4 kills dogfighting in with these people. Is this that same guy? Because if it is, he's being very arrogant, and you don't do that in War Thunder. Yep, that was the same guy, same paint job. And no, you have to realize you don't do that. And here's this Yak 7 gonna try to get in a tournament fight with me. And these little things can outturn anything in the game at this point. Oh, that's the one thing they can't do, is take much damage. And even with this, I still have a good amount of control of the plane. Like, I mean, no. Now that we're going down, I don't. I was about to say, I can still fly this thing with no parts on the plane. But as you can see, we died. I believe 5 and 3. Now 5 and 3 in these reserve planes is not that bad. Normally I wouldn't have been very happy with that, but reserve planes, you cannot be angry about that score. So overall, given like these planes a rating from 1 to 10, I'd have to say these Russian reserves are probably a solid 8. 8 overall, just simply because of how overpowered they are for their level. Now, as far as fun to fly, there's really nothing unique about them besides them just being really good. They're moderately fun to fly just because they're so easy to kill everything with. But they're not really fun to fly. There's nothing special about them, like the Thunderbolt or the Dios or anything like that. I actually really enjoy flying these. Really enjoy flying this one with the 50mm. But that's a different video. This one right here, these planes are awesome. That's all I can really say. That's wrapping it up as short as I can. Fly these if you haven't already. You'll have just the easiest time of your life. Hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Russian reserve planes. This has been the one and only Anselm. Hope you guys have a great day. I'm out.